All right, we are going to talk about why stopping and starting your journey is not a helpful approach. And I'm going to talk to you about a better approach. I want you to visualize a tire, something that's a wheel shape. And I want you to visualize yourself getting it going, like you have it standing upright. You either using sticks or your hand, you've got some momentum going. It's rolling very, very nicely down this slight hill, and you're jogging next to it and you're keeping the momentum going. And then all of a sudden, there's a rock in your path and the wheel jumps up a little bit, gets knocked a little off kilter, and there's one of two responses. One response is to grab the wheel, completely bring it to a halt, and evaluate the situation. The other option is that you quickly jump and you push it to one side or the other, keep it upright, keep that physical momentum going, and allow it to stabilize and continue on. Well, if you think about the wheel as being your personal progress and the rock as being a mistake, right? You overate, you didn't track, maybe you had an off day of eating, whatever the thing is, something that would knock you off kilter, that would normally cause you to stop. If you're thinking the goal is to get the wheel to the bottom of the hill, like that's the mission critical, which approach gets the wheel there quicker and more effectively? Bringing it to a dead halt and then having to get the wheel back up, get it balanced, get some momentum going, or to have kept the momentum you had and just having to, what I like to call, course correct, right? It's always going to be better when an object is in motion, it stays in motion unless it's pushed back by something of equal size. So if you can keep, and I know I just totally butchered that, just want to throw that out there, but if you want to think about it as you have inertia, you have movement, you have progress, the last thing you want to do with an object that's in motion is disrupt it from being in motion. You want to allow gravity and all those factors to continue to move that wheel in a forward downward progression. This is what I'm going to encourage you to do. So you have a slip up, something doesn't go right, you have an off meal, an off day. The very next thing I want you to think about is, my wheel just got knocked. I now have an option. I can bring it to a screeching halt, say, screw this, I'm not very good at it. I'm going to stop my wheel from progressing down the hill. Or I'm going to jump up, bump it up and make sure it's going smoothly, get it back on track and keep the momentum going that I have. Because getting an object to be in motion requires work. Where the stopping and starting really hurts you is it takes you a while to get up to where everything feels like it's moving in that forward progression. It takes energy and effort for you to do the cooking, the tracking, all the stuff. The more we can keep that going, the better your general outcome is going to be. So I never want you to bring your wheel to a screeching halt. You really want to just bump it, course correct, get right back to pushing it down the hill. And guess what? You'll get there. Every time you stop, whether you stop for a day, whether you stop for a couple days or a week or a month or whatever it is, it's making that whole process of going from the top of the hill to the bottom of the hill a very long process. It doesn't have to be. If you would just let those bumps show up as they do, say, oh, this was going to happen. I hit bumps with my wheel. That is the reality, right? You can go back to a lot of my other videos where we talk about that, accepting the reality that you're not going to be perfect, you're going to make mistakes, bumps in the road will happen, you're going to fall, you're going to fail, all that's going to happen, just accepting it now. And your mission is to not allow the wheel to come to a stop. Not your goal. Your goal is, if you just had an off dinner, or you drank too much wine on the weekend, or you didn't track lunch, your mission is the very next meal, the very next opportunity to make a decision. You're making one to keep that wheel progressing down the hill. It is to never bring the wheel to a halt. There's nothing worth doing that for. It's just a little nudge one direction or the other. But if you course correct quickly and keep that momentum going, you're actually going to get where you want to go. So I hope that visual helps. I hope that thought helps. And if you have any other questions or thoughts you need help with, please leave them below. Please like and subscribe to me on YouTube, share my videos to help other people who are trying to make positive changes in their life, and I will talk to you soon.